Question 5 says a company has several departments. Each department stores the name, email address and status of each employee in that department in its own text file. All text files have the same format. Employee details are stored as 3 separate data strings on 3 consecutive lines of the file, and an example of the first 6 lines are as seen below. So line 1 is the first employee name, line 2 is the first employee email, and line 3 is the first employee status. And well, then it just kind of copies. So then, yeah, second name, second email, second status, right? So of course, always the same order, right? Name, address, or well, name, email, status. Right, a procedure MakeNewFile will take 3 parameters as strings: an existing file name, a new file name, and a search status value. It will then create a new text file using the new file name. It will write all employees' details to the new file, where the employee status is not equal to the search status value. Then it will count the number of sets of employees' details that were in the original file, and count the number of sets of employee details that were written to the new file, and then it will just produce a summary output. So for example, file marketing contained 54 employee details, then well 52 employee sets of details were written to new file, or well, new marketing list. Alright, so yeah, let's just go ahead and try and write this. So I mean, again guys, you know, if you want these test files, I mean, as always, well, click on the exam questions, right, find the correct year, the correct paper. Yeah, you can get these. So we've just got 3 example test files here. Now I think, I mean, I'll just use this one, this should be fine. Right, what we want to do then, let's go procedure. This is MakeNewFile, and it says, right, 3 parameters. Let's say maybe, yeah, old file name. Right, then let's go new file name, and let's go maybe search status. Okay, and right, these are all going to be strings. Right, then what do we want? So I guess, well, a couple of variables. It says here we want, well, the old count, right, so the old employee count and then the new employee count. So let's go old count, right, then let's just go new count. And then, I mean, well, as always, right, if we're reading a file, then we will also need the line. So let's go line, and that'll be a string. Yeah, and then do we need anything else? And I think here, well, basically we're going to be reading 3 lines at a time. Okay, so like here, we'll be reading this, which is the name, right? Then we'll read this, the email, and we'll read this, which is the status, right? So let's just declare these also as strings. Maybe let's go, yeah, like employee name. Let's go maybe employee email and employee status. Yeah, okay, so I think that should be everything we need. Right, first then, well, let's just initialize. So we'll just go old count. Right, let's also go new count. I mean, the employee name status, you know, line, we don't need to initialize them because, well, we're just going to use read line, which will kind of assign a value to it. Right, so let's think here. Well, we want to open both files. Now, the old file, hang on, okay, yeah, old file name, this will be for, and then, well, this is for read, right? Then if we have the new file, okay, this is going to be, well, for write. And then, so here, well, as always, we just want to, you know, keep looping until we're at the end of the file. But rather than only reading 1 line at a time, what we'll actually do is, well, we'll read 3 lines in one go. Right, so yeah, just call that read line, call the read file statement 3 times. So let's just go here, right, while not end of file, this will take the old file name, and yeah, I'm just going to have the do, right, and then so here, let's go read file, this will also be the old file, and we'll read this into the employee name, because if we look, you know, well, row 1 is going to be the employee name, right, or line 1. Again, let's go read file, let's go old file name, and this will be the employee email, and then yeah, the next one, right, the next one, this will be the employee status. Okay, so what we want to do here, well, one, we just want to increment the old count, okay, because this always increments. And then we just want the if statement. So notice here that it says if it's not equal, then it will, then it will write it to the new file. So let's say, for example, we choose, I don't know, sick. Well, in this case, working is not equal to sick, right? Therefore, you know, Daphne, they will be written to the file. Okay, so to do that, well, we're just going to go if, and this is if the employee status is not equal to the search status. Right, then what we want to do, well, we're going to increment the new count, and well, then we're just going to write file. So here we want to write this to the new file, and this will be the employee name. Well, then we're just going to copy this. Right, so this one is the status, and then number 2, that's going to be the email. Right, and I mean, is that all we need to do? Yeah, I think probably that's all we need to do, right? Then we just need to have this summary at the end. So right, let's go here, let's go end while, and let's remember just to close the files first. Right, okay, then for the summary, right, I mean, maybe let's just copy this, just so it's easy to see the kind of string they want. And I mean, I would say, right, if they give you a string like this, then try to output this exact string. So what we want to do, we want to go file, then this will be the old file name, and then let's go contained. Right, and then here this will be the old count, and right, let's go employee details. Alright, and then we just go the new one. So this is the new count. Right then, employee sets. Right, and then this is the new file name. Right, so hopefully this is okay. Let's just try and run this. So right, we're going to go make new file, and let's say the old file name, let's go this forensics. Forensics txt. Right, then this one, the new file name, well, let's just call it new txt, right, I think that's fine. And then, right, the search status, well, let's say we want, let's say working, because, well, then it should output these 2 that are sick, right, so, it should output both of them. Right, let's go working like this, and, right, let's run this. So forensics contain 3 employee details, and 2 employees were written to new txt. And if we see new txt, alright, this is working. Now let's just try sick, okay, see if this also works. And then here it says 1 employee details, and alright, here we can see. Okay guys, so this seems to work, and well, as always, hopefully see you in the next video.